Nigerians, I would like to believe that this is not President Bola Ahmed Tinubu making this speech. I would like to believe that this is AI making this speech, saying that we have improved security in Nigeria. That same AI is saying that the Nigerian government is winning the war against terrorism, against banditry, ESN, IPOB, and kidnapping. That same AI is saying that peace has been returned to the northern part of Nigeria. With all due respect to that same AI speaking, may the blood of the children that are crying in Katsina State haunt you and your generation down. May the blood of our ancestors never allow you to have peace. And I'm speaking to that same AI because I would like to believe that is not the president of Nigeria. You cannot tell me that what is happening in Kwara State today is not a problem. You cannot tell me that the same Nigerian government that is negotiating with bandits in Katsina State, you cannot tell me that you won that war. You cannot tell me that your gallant soldiers are winning the war against insecurity in Nigeria when people are still crying left, right, and center. And I'm speaking to that AI that is making that speech. You see that AI that's making that speech. When you pie yourself, heaven and hell will reject you. That same AI that is making that speech, because I believe so much that is not the president of Nigeria speaking. You cannot betray the innocent Nigerians like that. You cannot tell us that peace has returned to the north. Which north has peace returned to? The same north that Nigerian government did what has never seen before. You allow bandits to be negotiating for peace deal with the citizens of Nigeria, wearing all their metals, attending meeting, and you're telling us that the peace has been restored in the north. You're telling us that you're winning the war against banditry and insecurity and terrorism when Kwara States have been suffering for 4 days now. People have been crying left, right, and center in Kwara State. Nobody have condemned it, and you're telling us that we're winning the war against insecurity in Nigeria. Heaven and hell will reject this same AI that is speaking, because I know that is not my president. That is not the president of Nigeria. You see this AI that is putting the children, you see this AI that is putting the lives of innocent Nigerians at risk. Heaven and hell will reject you when you cry. You will have no peace even when you cry. The ancestors of Africa will hunt you down all the rest of your life. It's AI speaking. It's not my president. All these words are to that AI. They are not to my president.
So to celebrate the Independence Day, I decided to get the cheapest wine I could lay my hands on, which is this one, because normally this country don't deserve expensive wine, because all they do is take from us. They keep taking. The only people really celebrating the independence are the people with the benefit from the country, which are the politicians, the elites, the top people at the top. Now only them not get the right to say happy independence. You a common man, there is nothing happy about this independence. Absolutely nothing will change after the independence. So tell me why you are happy. What in Nigeria don't do for you? Absolutely nothing. After more than 60 years of pursuing the Oyibo, we say we want to do things our own way. We don't still have stable power supply, no clean water, no roads, no infrastructure, no good medical centers, no doctors. Poverty is still high, birth rate declining, insecurity. I could go on and on and on listing the problems of Nigeria, but nobody is perfect. So shares to Nigeria, shares to our people, shares to the suffering, shares to the insecurity, shares to the lack of work, shares to the government officials squandering the little resources we have, shares to government waste, shares to corruption, shares to bad road, shares to
The independence speech that was released by presidency, is that real or it is AI? Because what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is reading, I don't think it is about Nigeria. I think it is about another country. Because I have not seen anybody come online or anywhere to come and say that they received any amount of money from the government. They are trying to tell us that the country is okay. That the country is, there's nothing happening in this country. Really, is it that the presidency is not seeing everything that is happening with kidnappings, insecurity? Is it that the president has not seen that they are holding bandits meeting in Katsina State? Because we have not seen anything from the presidency addressing this issue. That means they are allowing it. They have not come out to condemn the act of the Katsina state government addressing bandits and having meetings with them. Is the presidency not seeing people that are being kidnapped in Abuja Road every day? Are they not seeing what is happening in Kwara State, what is happening in Edo State, the kidnappings happening in Delta State? Are they not seeing the bad roads? What do you mean by you have distributed one thing called barrel and we are still buying fuel for how much? You have distributed how many millions to Nigerians? Where are the people collecting this money? If you know you have ever gotten money from the government, indicate in the comments, let us know, because I don't know what this man is talking about.
Nigeria's independence is what we are pursuing. The one they are celebrating is the one of the colonial masters. Our own independence has not arrived yet.
Yes.
That is why annually we used to protest on Independence Day. We are still looking for independence. We want to be freed from neo-colonial masters and slave masters in our. We are still living in apartheid.
Yes.
Any country where people work and they cannot get pension is not an independent country. Any country where people speak and they get clamped down into prison or detention is not independent. That is what the colonial masters used to do to us. Yes. The colonial masters used to call what they call cyber crime. Now they used to call it the sedition law. If you speak, you go to jail against authority. So we are still looking for independence. Revolution now. Thank you.
Happy fake Independence Day to my country, Nigeria. They claim they are 65 years old free, 65 years old independent, 65 years old self-sovereign. But we all know that's not true. We are still under bondage of insecurity. We are still under bondage of bad leaders. We are still under bondage of bad roads. We are still under bondage of bad schools. We are still under bondage of bad payment for professionals. Make it make sense that soldiers that are protecting our boundaries are earning 80,000, 90,000 naira. How much police they earn, how much data they earn. Every day by day, people running out of a country where they claim to be independent. Are we truly free? We're still under the bondage of bad leaders that are embezzling our funds. We can see the funds, but we cannot touch it. Some people are just controlling the country. They don't want to share the wealth of the country, and we have a lot of it and more. And we claim to be free. We are not free. We should not be celebrating independence because we are not free. We are still slaves till this day. Slaves under bad leaders. Until then, we don't have no independence to celebrate because we are not free. So happy fake independence to Nigeria. Country where we say newscaster be on the own. They find and go out, they claim say na arm robber attacker. Which arm robber? Arm robber in Abuja? The chances of arm robbers attacking in Abuja are very, very low. Let alone a woman, they can't go her house. They can't light her. Make it make sense. A woman won't follow you drag. If you say na man, go say maybe you won't drag. Women are very calm creatures. When they see problems, they fear, they panic. So what is their reason for dropping her? In the state, in the Lawrence to the Kwara State, boom, 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 Benue, boom, 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 just boom, 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 and we are still going to get more boom, boom, booms. And they claim we are free. Happy fake independence to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Peace and love, don't play.
Bulaba doesn't care about how the North solve its own problem. I'm telling you. And why do I say that? Because in the midst of this negotiation with bandits, have you heard any word from the federal government condemning the action? Despite the fact that the majority of the Hausa population are rejecting that and are saying that is injustice. But it doesn't care. Why? Because this is a man that came out to tell you people that he doesn't even believe in one Nigeria. And what makes him say that? Well, to some certain extent, we want to blame him for saying he doesn't believe in one Nigeria. But this is a man that has been in politics for a very long time before he made that comment. And why did he make that comment? Because he has seen that, let's tell ourselves the truth. Now here we go tell ourselves the truth. At least, you know, get where we go talk and we don't go talk and for grave. Which is the fact that the North seems to be divided across religious basis. We're busy pursuing who is superior. Is it Christian or is it Muslim? Abi? Trying to establish the kingdom of God on earth. And he knows that to some certain extent, everybody have seen that that happens to be a major determinant in regards who wins the next election. Just like we saw with the Muslim ticket, Abi. That is to tell you that while other regions are thinking of something else, in the north all we think about is Muslim ticket, or who is of the same religion like we to vote into power. And haven't seen that and a lot of other variables. That is why he confidently came out to tell you that he doesn't believe in one Nigeria. And that is why you'll be surprised now, even in a state like Katsina, where there's high level of banditry and they are pardoning bandits now. When he enter Katsina now, they are clapping for him. Clapping, gathering around the whole street. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be surprised, because it's all about give and take. You settle who you need to settle that will ensure your next time coming or whatever, and you go. And in regards the plight of the Igbos, this is part of the reason I feel he doesn't care. Because let's face it, the fact is, the demands of the Igbos are genuine and authentic in regards the sense that, let's face it now, why will you, despite the fact that the Niger Delta, at least after the division, Abi, after they don't separate them, carve them out into a cycle, they are no more with the Niger Deltas, they are no more the same with the Niger Deltas, but they used to be, Abi. But the fact is, what I'm trying to say is the fact that before now they were one, and they are considered as the oil producing regions of the state. And as a result of that, they have a lot of they have a lot of waterways. They are close to the ocean as one region before the division, before they now isolated the Igbos in the middle, Abi. But after they have isolated them now, they are on their own. The Niger Deltans now are in command. And since the Niger Deltas are in command now, they now compensated them with 13% derivative. Despite the fact that the 13% derivative doesn't go around for everybody, it's only for the bourgeois, for the big men of the region. Because if you go to Niger Delta, if you see the level of hardship, you will be shocked. You will be surprised that this is an oil-producing region in Nigeria. You will be shocked. So they are compensated, they kept quiet. So when the Igbos now come up to complain and say, hey, we don't have port, we're supposed to have ports or whatever, they say, we now no get water. You don't have water. It's the Niger Deltans that have water. Can you see? So by virtue of that now, they are left with no options. And again, they have succeeded in empowering people like Tompolo, them Asari Dokubo or whatever, that at the end of the day, when the Igbos come to say that we are one, this used to be the same region, we are all the same region, we are all Biafra or whatever as they call it, they will say thunder fire you, God forbid. They will now remind them of during the civil war, Abi, when they unalive some Deltans or whatever, they put it in the air, they say Igbo people are no good people. They say just stay on your own, most stay on their own. So at the end of the day, everybody is living with poverty. Just like I keep saying, why will the oil companies have their headquarters in Lagos, remitting everything to Lagos and the rest of it? So a divided kingdom, and just like they say, a divided kingdom can never stand. That is the modus operandi. So everybody now is left to fight for his own. Niger Delta, they fight another cause. Igbo people, they fight another cause. So you look at all these dynamics, you get to see that at the end of the day, it's all man for himself. And let's look at it. In the midst of all this insecurity or whatever, now I will tell you, take it or leave it. The Oduduwa Republic, the Lagos, happens to be the most fortified region. Why is it the most fortified? Because Amotekun is there. And there's swift action. Swift action in the sense that when something happens like this, they nip it immediately. And it stops. Part of the reason why the Niger Delta is even enjoying some relevant peace at the moment is because they are near the waterways, and apart from that, they happen to be the hub, the engine of Nigeria's revenue at the moment. So anything that affects them affects Nigeria's revenue, and that is why they find it very easy to nip any insecurity in the Niger Delta, but poverty may remain there. And that is just it. And we'll just sit down and keep deceiving ourselves and be thinking that somebody, this person is going to change, or because he doesn't understand what is happening. They understand perfectly what is happening. But having said all this, is there actually a solution? There is a solution, but it's only meant for he who is ready to listen.